What I'd like you to do now is to scroll down to the bottom of your items and services pane and notice that sales tax are collected at the bottom of this list. It's kind of odd that sales tax is here in what we would think of as the warehouse of the products and services that you sell directly to your customers. However, it's still something that you charge through to your customer. So it actually comes through as a charged item, so to speak. However, the money doesn't come to you as income or sales at all. It has to go into specific sales tax escrow accounts so that the money is held to the side. So by the time you pay your sales tax agencies, QuickBooks will know which agency you're going to pay the taxes to and be able then to collect the money, hold the money, spend the money. So once you pay your bill, your sales tax, you write a check to pay sales tax to your agency, it'll zero out the amount added and start adding up the new sales tax on the new sales tax cycle. And please be aware that in real life, quote unquote, we would probably want to do a lot more thorough diligence in building our tax agencies as vendors before we come and do this. But since we're learning right now the lists and how to build the sales tax items, we're going to go ahead and build the vendors in a very fast, quick way. But recognize that all we'll have in our system by the time we finish with this exercise is simply the name of the agency. So to start off our sales tax exercise, let's right-click in the middle of the screen and pick New. And we're going to pick a new sales tax item. So do realize at the moment that we're building a sales tax item, we're going to build 3 of them. One for the city of Burlingame, one for the county of San Mateo, and one for the state of California. Right now we're going to build those 3 individual items and then collect them into a sales tax group to be able to more conveniently pass the charges through to our customers. So this first one is going to be a sales tax item. The sales tax name I'm going to call Burl, SLSTX. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. As long as you recognize it later, you'll be fine. Description will be sales tax for the city of, there we go. And I'm going to make sure the tax rate is 0.2%. And the tax agency is, it's just making sure I really mean that. It says, are these any of the people that we want to pay it to? And I'm going to say no. We're going to add a new vendor just with the name. And I'm just going to call it City of Burlingame. And in real life now, we would want to go through as many of these fields as possible, most especially the addresses, so that we'd be able to cut our checks or print out checks from QuickBooks and be able to mail them directly. Right now in this exercise, we are accenting the sales tax build, not the vendor part. So I'm just going to put in City of Burlingame and hit OK, and that'll be fine for the moment. We can now say Next. It's going to do its spell check. I did spell Burlingame correctly. I'm going to say ignore it, and I can make another new sales tax item. The next sales tax name is going to be for San Mateo sales tax. Description sales tax for San Mateo County. I'm going to make the tax rate there to be 0.5. I'll be nice to us today. It's going to ask us our tax agency. I don't have the San Mateo County in here, so I'm going to just type in San Mateo County. Of course, I'm not necessarily in real life checking the names of the actual agency. It could be treasurer of, it could be all kinds of addresses and naming schemes. So make sure your localities are clear for you with their real functioning name as a tax agency vendor name. But with that said and done, I'm going to hit next and do one more. I'm going to ignore the spell check. And the last one is California, SLSTX. And that's going to be sales tax for the state of California. The tax rate, I'm going to make it 7.5%. And the tax agency is nothing we see here. We're going to make it to be the Office of Sales Tax for California. Some of you may recognize I just really made that up, but that's okay. I'm going to hit on OK. And it says, Office of Sales Tax is on the vendor list. I'm going to hit Quick Add and hit OK. And again, we simply now have that in as our names. So we have 3 individual sales items. Sales tax for City of Burlingame, State of California, and San Mateo County.